Hi guys, welcome to the Coffee Morning and Laughter podcast. It's your girl Shields.
Hey, I'm Michelle. Hey.
How are you guys? Happy Saturday. Literally drinking coffee and talking to Michelle again. I'm a little bit tired of talking to her. I imagine she congratulated herself when I said I'm tired of talking to her.
You know her, she's tired.
So Michelle, how are you? What's going on?
I'm all right. I'm excited, be back, happy, raring to go.
How's the kids? Oh, the shots of the football team.
You're an idiot. The football team are doing great. I got my first 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep. I'm going to keep on preaching about it so you know that the struggle is real. So yeah, I'm quite happy actually. Yeah.
That's good. You look good for it. You look good for it, sis. Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that you made an effort. You had a wash. You came online.
Put the lashes on.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What we got for us today, Cheryl? Because you're always one of the topics out here. I just add on.
I'm trying. So I think today we were going to discuss about that whole question about, you know, is it better to children to be raised with a stay-at-home mum or mum, you know, that goes out and works and does what we do basically, you know?
So what I'm saying is, children that are raised at home with a stay-at-home parent, do they achieve more than a parent that's...
Are they a better advantage, yeah, than children who parents work?
So is it featured to just female or mothers that work or both parents that work?
Well, I don't know. I think we can talk about our perspective, which is women. No, I mean, I think it's something that, you know, I've kind of thought about over the years in, you know, the kind of way that I've kind of worked. Like, I've worked since I was 16, had my first child at 24. The only time I stopped working was when I was on maternity leave. And,
yeah, that's true, actually.
You know, from when I started working as a 16-year-old. And I do remember that first time on maternity leave with Livs, with my 10-year-old. I only did 6 months. But as a single parent, I was like, you know what, I need to get back to work. I need to get back to work. I need to make money. I need to get back to work. The second time round with Isaac, obviously I was married. It took 9 months. And I just remember that feeling of initially leading up to my maternity leave, I was like really anxious, like what the hell am I going to do for 9 months? Like what the hell? Like, oh, I'm going to be so bored. But actually during the time, I feel like shut down for the first time ever. I was like, wow, is this what maternity leave is really about? You know, and it made me thinking about how much time I spent with the kids, you know, being a working mum.
Remember when we used to be at uni, yeah? And you used to talk about the Woolwich bombs. And you kept on saying, yeah, I don't want to be a Woolwich mum. I want to work. Yeah, I don't want to be a Woolwich mum, yeah, so that people can just walk past Woolwich and they see me on Woolwich High Street, yeah.
Used to be a Woolwich mum.
Yeah. Doesn't that just drive you to even do more, to say, I don't want to be, just because I've had kids, it doesn't mean, I mean, I haven't got kids. So my perspective on that is very different. But I have friends that have kids. Like one of my best friends, all my best friends here, the ones that have kids, and I think I'll put you in that cohort as well. You all work. And the ones that don't work, I kind of like think, what are you doing? Kind of like thing. And it's not because I'm judgmental. My perspective is you need to work, because none of us out here, if Beyonce's married to Jay-Z and she still works, what's your excuse?
Bloody Beyonce. Always finds her way in.
Deserves to be even sitting here next to me. Yeah. No, but I just always think like the people that are actually well off, yeah. Obviously, I can't make that comparison, because people are going to come back and say to me, they've got nannies, they've got extra support, etc., etc. I get it, yeah. But I just don't know how a person, like I've seen that Shell, when you took the maternity leave the first time round, yeah, it was like you was raring to go back into work.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, you was younger than you are now. When you've had the other kids, you was younger. But one of my besties, yeah, she had her second child, and she stayed at home for a bit. She hated it.
Really?
She absolutely hated it, yeah, and wanted to go back into work. she actually went back into work in the pandemic.
Really?
Where people were just saying,
I don't want to be at work.
I don't want to be at work. This is the she got back into work. She took the contract and was working from home anyway. Yeah. So for me, it's kind of like you make a choice, and people get slated. And I think with women in the working environment, it's always gone against women as well to have a child and then to hold a high position.
But let's put it on its head, yeah. So let's think about those mums that are choosing to stay at home to raise their kids. You know, are those, if we look at it from the perspective of the child, the attention, the care, the nurture, the time spent with that child, obviously, are there not benefits in that?
Yeah, they are, but you know, sometimes some people are lazy, to be honest. It's just an excuse not to go to work. Yeah. Because
Stuart's always hitting you with that spanner of proof.
You're like, the child is really 5, and you're still off work.
Yeah.
The child is at nursery or whatever. How old is the child when the child's at nursery? Yeah, or when the child is at reception, the child's 5. Yeah, the child's into work from 9. Well, is it school? Some people call
9 to 3. Yeah.
School work. Yeah, because even the child has gone on their own job, and you're at home.
Is it that thing about, you know, like Dan, my Dan, he had a nanny. What?
Bring back Margaret Thatcher.
Don't take my milk, man. No, don't bring back Thatcher. Out of here. No, Dan had a nanny. So he had someone, when he came from school, he had cooked meals. He was like taken to the park. He was taken places by his nanny, all this fancy stuff. And it wasn't no like fancy nanny, but it was just someone had that time with him, yeah.
While his parents were working.
While his parents worked. Whereas I always went to like after school. No, let me not lie to people. My mum left me home alone. Yeah. I don't even know from whatever age, yeah. She left me home alone.
Remember the rules, yeah? If anybody calls, don't answer the phone.
Yeah. Don't answer the door.
Don't answer the door, yeah. And then she'll call you and you answer the phone and she'll say, why did you answer the phone? And then you're like, but you told me I was going to call, so I answered the phone because you told me I was going to call at this time. It's like, what do you want me to do? Yeah.
No. So it's like, you know, so for me, I, like I said, I was like home alone and I had to look after my brothers, what have you. Then like for Liv, you know, she goes to after school club. So, you know, luckily her school starts really late, so I'm able to drop her to school, she's in school. Then after school from 3 till 6, she's in after school club. I pick her up at 6 and our evening starts. Yeah. But, you know, that time I actually have with her during the week, say about 3-4 hours a day. That hour in the morning when we wake up, 7 till 8, ready for school.
And that's not really
time.
Yeah.
So that time then that the stay-at-home mums have versus the working mums, I hear the argument for it.
Okay, can I just ask you a question, yeah? So you, as a stay-at-home mum, yeah, you've taken your child to school at 9 o'clock, whatever, 8:30, yeah? I know you're going to say to me, there's washing to do, there's things to do. So now you come back home, Loose Women, you're going to take a break and watch Loose Women. Yeah.
JK, some Jeremy Kyle.
Jeremy Kyle used to be on, you know, watching that. If I was a stay-at-home mum, yeah, my schedule will be really different because I'll have to watch Real Housewives and catch up and whatever. Netflix it a bit. I started to talk to Michelle on the phone.
Disturb my day.
Disturb your day for a bit. Disturb another 1 or 2 friends. They know who they are and they disturb me too. So it's calm, yeah. But I just don't know, like, if I could just, like, even if I wasn't in my actual career job, yeah, I will still be doing something. But I know people that they say they're stay-home parents, yeah. The child is 5. What are you staying home for? The child has gone to school. I'm from the thought of, like, don't get me wrong, yeah. It's a thing of like managing your household, and it's what works for you. And it depends on what kind of partner you have as well. Because if your partner is able to look after you, because, you know, when I tell my child, I'll be saying a different story. I'll be saying,
forget that job, forget me. You ain't seen me nowhere.
I would say to my manager, look, yeah, thanks for the favour for the last couple of years, yeah.
I'm a mum now.
Yeah, I'm a mum now, and I'm set. somebody married me. Yeah. No, but the honest truth is this, yeah, I just don't, my sister, I'll use my sister as an example, yeah? Like, whatever. I won't go into too much of my sister's background or backstory, but my sister always worked, yeah, until she got to a place where she couldn't work. Does that make sense? When she first had my niece, obviously she took time out because, you know, she had the baby, etc., as you do, 9 months maternity leave. But after a while, she was just like, oh, man, like, I've got a real brain. Yeah, I went to uni. I need to use what I have. I can't just sit at home and look after this little human being who has gone to school now. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a case of like, I'm just going to roll her off to nursery or whatever and just sit at home. Yeah, because some parents do that. Kids are in nursery and they're still not working.
Yeah, even in school, like I know some of the school mums, it's not for them.
And I'm not even making judgment on anybody out here who's listening who likes to go and stand at the school gate. Thank God that's not happening anymore.
It sounds like judgment.
No, but I just think to myself, sometimes I need to drop my niece off at times. When I drop my nieces off at school, if they stayed with me during the week, yeah, when I drop off at school, it's like you can see the women that are like, oh, babes, have a good day, rushing to go because I have a job to get to.
Running for the train.
And then you see the ones that are wearing the Uggs and the pajamas, yeah. Yeah, coats and jackets or whatever, hands and jackets. All right, love, where are you going? Sweet. Do you want to go to the cafe and get a cup of tea?
A cup of coffee, yeah.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, listen.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it again because it's coming back to me now. Some of these mums have said to me though, financial, some of them seriously, and obviously we look at our jobs and you know we're on decent wages, so we're all right. But for some parents,
I still want a pay rise.
Some parents, for some mums though, financial gain, it's not worth them going back to work.
Fair enough.
Finances. So obviously, like I pay for childcare, you know, and I'm paying nursery fees for Isaac, 2-year-old. Between us, we're paying 1,100 a month nursery fees. That's just nursery fees. Like it's more than mortgage. It's more than a lot of things that we're paying for. You know, just to send him in for someone else to care for him whilst we go out to work. So
I that aspect of it I do. But do you think sometimes people? Okay, I think there's two sides of it. Yeah. So I feel like I'm the mum who works. Yeah. Not that I'm a mum, guys. Please, I don't have any kids left out in Africa. None of that. Yeah. But I feel like I'm that mum who has chosen to be in my career, and then I've got mums who have chosen to look after their kids, looking at me like, well, you've neglected your child's development because you want to go and pursue your career. Yeah. And then I'm looking at them like, you've neglected yourself and what you can give to the earth because your child is watching you. Yeah. And your child is seeing you like not doing anything really. Obviously you're raising them, but you're doing things. I was raised by my mum. My mum was all my life. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. From when I can remember, I can't remember my mum not working. Yeah. So she.
No, but, you know, it's great that you're saying that because I say the same thing to my 10-year-old daughter that in the nicest way live. Like every woman around you works. You've got my mum, her dad's mum, myself, all my mates. There's no reason for you not to make it in life when you see all these successful women around you.
Like,
no reason.
I was sorting something out for one of my mum's accounts, yeah. And then obviously when your parents are getting older, you start to take care of certain things, don't you? So we had like a meeting with one of her bank managers or whatever. So then the bank manager asked the question, one of her business meeting, the bank manager asked the question, oh, when do you plan to retire? I looked at him and I said, she isn't. She's going to work till God calls her home.
Leave mummy alone.
Okay, retire and do what, Sister Rose?
Yeah.
Hang out in Lakeside. Are you all right?
You know what though? Something come to me. I remember the beginning of lockdown, Olivia's dad, he tried to pull me up on something. I said to him, I'm gonna really struggle during this lockdown that I'm not, how the hell am I gonna be with my child for, you know, like 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day?
Yeah.
And he was just like, I think I told you, and he was just like, oh, well, oh, you know, back in Africa, you know, that's what women do. Like, why are you taking away your natural calling? And the first thing I said is, listen, mate, I'm not in Africa. I'm in bloody Sutton. Yeah, let me tell you that for free.
UK, she's got a passport, man.
Yeah. It did get me thinking that, you know what, obviously the lockdown's got everyone thinking, like, as difficult as it has been, you know, working full-time job in a mum, 10-year-old, 2-year-old, and pregnant at the same time. I have really enjoyed spending that time with the kids. You know, it has been amazing. But has it changed my mind and got me thinking, yeah, that's it, I'm ready to give it all
Give it up my career.
I don't think so.
I feel like it actually made you want to work more, in a sense of, like, I haven't got kids yet, and I keep stressing that, But when I have kids, I want to be able to say, okay, I've done my work, and I can chill for a bit. So whatever I'm trying to set up is that it will keep me going. I wouldn't have to do the jobs that we do.
You have to be in work.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I have to be in work. I want to oversee projects. Like I enjoy doing that stuff here, but I don't think I can be there bone idle, saying that I take my child to school at 9 o'clock. I come home and load the washing. And why the parent? I mean, my sister says there's people that do nothing, Okay, so a few enemies out here, There's people that love to always want to talk about the laundry.
You're silly.
A pile of washing.
I need to put the washing in, it's gonna rain.
In my head, I'm just thinking to myself, are you serious, Because in Africa, people hand wash. You're pressing a button and then you're unloading it and putting it in the dryer. And you're here saying to me, the washing, laundry day, Get over it, Somebody, I know you're going to say to me, Shields, we're not in Africa, come on, come back to it.
I know, right?
But I just always have that, I think I have the most extreme comparisons, But I just think, if somebody in Africa is waking up at 6 a.m, going out to do whatever they need to do, coming back and getting them kids ready to go to school for 7 or 8 a.m, coming back and doing housework, going to the market and selling things and doing whatever they need to do, and coming back and making sure there's a dinner for her man and her family, and still supporting the husband in his business. What's your excuse? Because you got benefits.
Hey.
I'm telling you now,
Chill out. I was in my head, I was thinking, I don't even want to go deep with this because this isn't a deep subject.
You're going to say bad.
Is it cultural values, cultural norms, the way that we've been raised? You talk a lot about Africa and what we've known back home.
Let me tell you something here, and with that as well, I'm not even talking about, I believe in setting examples. Does that make sense? I think a woman can go to work and still be a good mother, a great mother. Does that make sense? And vice versa, a woman can stay at home and still be a great mother. Some people might prefer their career. Some people are not maternal, but they want to have kids, but they're not that maternal person where...
I would classify myself.
This is, most of my friends that work, like I had a friend who felt so guilty for leaving her first child at home. She's like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I tried to empathize, to be saying, oh, sorry. But in the back of my mind,
make it till you make it, Sheila. You've got this. You can do it.
I was thinking, but you need a mortgage, no? You need a new car. You got bills to pay, Oh, this sorry. Your child's gonna miss out. Then I've got another friend who had the same issues. That friend stayed in that zone, and then obviously I was just like, you've made your bed. When we're going on holiday, you don't have to come, because you're here saying you don't want to work. You're missing out on your child, but your child is clearly at home watching whatever television program they're watching. And you're not even doing anything active with your child because you haven't even got money to do anything with your child.
Do those things.
So you're talking about experiences. So one of my other friends, she was like, oh, babes, I want to get back into work, blah, blah, blah. I want to buy a house. I want to do this. Me and my husband want to do this. And I said to her, brethren, you got to get a job. She didn't waste time, She got back into it. She put the child in nursery, and not because, and she is like one of those parents, yeah, that don't over her kids. Yeah, you know who she is. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys have a lot of similar things that
Okay.
are taking place. Yeah, babes. Yeah, she got up. Yeah, she put her application out. She's a graduate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
she put. Even, please, this is not only for graduates only. Yeah, but she was in her career before, so she just thought, do you know what? Yeah, I am able to accelerate in my career and also raise my kids. Lucky for her, she's got a husband that is supportive as well. Yeah. But sacrifices have to be made because your kids want a certain lifestyle, or you want to give your kids a certain lifestyle. Yeah.
That's it.
People will argue and say, obviously, the line of work or working, and I'm sure I've said this to parents before, that it means much more for your child to be present than for you to shower them with things. But there's a balance that a person can create, I think. Yeah.
I think, do you know what it is? We talk a lot about that, and I know the child is important, which is great, but you said something previously about not losing yourself.
Yeah.
As much as I love the second maternity leave with Isaac, I did 9 months. By that first day of work, got Isaac to nursery, he didn't even look back. I think we were both tired of each other. Yeah, he went into nursery, I jumped off, ran for my train, and it was about.
Don't think about this attachment. Is it a secure?
I promise you, he did not look back. On his first date, he didn't cry.
Yeah.
He did not cry for me. He didn't cry for me. I think, and my boy loves me. Don't get it twisted. My boy loves me. You know, he's a mummy's boy. But there is something about you not losing yourself as a person. I found as a mum that, you know, I can get myself into this state where I'm just like, mummy, breastfeeding, nappies, all this baby stuff. And I think, oh my God, what about Michelle? Like, what about me? Like, who was I before I had all these kids? I love my kids. But who was I before Miami, 2008, Tunisia, all these places I've traveled, I've lived life. Like, does that need to stop just because I've had the kid? And actually, no.
I don't think it has to. And I don't think a person has to stop. I think you have to know the seasons. You have to know the seasons, because I think everything is seasonal and there's a time for everything. Yeah, I'm not trying to preach out here, guys, so don't start, my Bible followers,
let me get my notes.
Don't start looking for the scripture. Yeah. but I just think there's a time for everything. Yeah, and it's a real balance, because you can wake up, and time has gone. And I say to people, kids grow. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Kids grow, and your child looks at you, and I think you set an example for your child. I've known parents, I mean, I've got a couple of like mates that are black, white, Asian, whatever, and a lot of my Asian friends actually, they all had like such a stereotype. Parents had like shops, so the mum and dad will work in that shop, and then the child from whatever age, they'll start working in that shop as well. And it's not child labour, so let's not get it twisted, Like, and I've got friends as well, like one of my best mates as well, growing up, you know, her dad had like a market stall, and she worked in it as well, but her mum was helping in the background. Even though her mum was a stay-at-home mum, she was helping in the background. It wasn't literally, I'm folding my arms and I'm watching Jeremy Kyle until these lot come home. So I think, and even if they're home, they're showing an example of what it is to support your husband, what it is to also have your own ideas. So when your child says to you, Mum, imagine if you can't read, or imagine if you can't write, imagine if you can't advise your child on certain things. And I'm not talking about a generation that passed before, because obviously the generation previously, they just had to get by. Had to get by. I think we're in a position where there was a place in society, there was a time actually where the government was helping people a lot. Actually, I remember the time, it was when Labour was in power, where there was a lot of schemes for parents, there was a lot of schemes for children. All these things there to help people get back into something. So obviously Labour comes out of power, then Conservative comes in. Now they're saying you've got to get skilled up, but they've had all that time to get skilled up and they haven't done nothing with it. What do you, is a person lazy, or it's just not in them? What is it? Is it nature versus nature? What is it?
It's about, I don't know, I think what I've taken away, it's about what you're prioritising. I'm prioritising need for a certain standard of life. I'm prioritising the message that I want to pass on to my child, especially my female child. I don't want her dependent on no man for no money. I don't want her feeling that, that she can rely on the state to help. I want her to know that actually she can be whoever she wants to be, that there's no ceiling. I don't want her to believe that there's any ceiling. There's nowhere that she can't go fly for herself.
So the thing is, like, okay, I've got some friends that have never even tried to get them jobs there and be like, okay, I'm a mom, but I still want to work. Da, 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 da. I feel like if you woke up, if Olivia woke up here and said, oh, I want to be a housewife, how would you feel?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say, why? Just say why. What do you mean why? What do you want to do?
It's an
I'm
easy
reminded of all the holidays she's been on.
But what if her husband has money?
But it's your mind. I'll be like, what are you doing? And for me as well, your husband is your husband here today.
That's what I wanted to get to, Michelle, yeah? It's your mind. I'm not talking about going out to work, yeah, so that you have loads of money, but is your mind still working?
Keeping your mind active.
Keeping your mind active and saying to yourself, okay, have I got knowledge? Yeah. Am I relevant to today?
Also relevant. I don't want you reliant on anyone. As much as your husband has money, that's your husband. That's your husband's money. Yeah, to a certain degree, that will get you to certain places. But God forbid, something happens. I'm not reliant on my husband. I'm reliant on what I know I'm bringing to the table. And one of the things that you said to me last year, Shills, when I was saying to you about, certain things that I wanted to set up away from my 9 to 5. And I was a bit like, but I'm just a bit like, the kid. And the first thing you shot at me was, Michelle, I've got a friend who have started their own business who have got a kid. And that's really stuck with me.
Yeah.
For a long time, I was just kind of using that as an excuse that, oh no, I've got a kid. Literally, that's what you said. And I was just a bit like, oh crap, I ain't got no excuses. I really ain't got no excuse. Like, literally.
Obviously, I haven't raised kids, so my whole perspective, so guys, don't throw tomatoes at me, don't come out at me, judge me. I haven't got kids, but I'm around a lot of people that have kids, and I think because my social group is quite wide, so I see a lot of different people at different phases of life, and I talk to a lot of people, but I've seen women, they have a job like a 9 to 5 and it's demanding. Outside of that job, they have an extra job or an extra business that is also working fine, and they're sending their kids to private schools, and they're single mums doing it. And then I just feel like sometimes with single parents, your child gets your hustle. Like, because I think I'm the way I am because I was raised without a dad, not because of choice, just because of life. You know what I mean? So my dad passed, isn't it? So I've seen my mum do what she needs to do for us. I have a story. My mum gave us like this babysitter once. God. This babysitter, we might as well stay at home on our own, because she was scared of everything. She used to come on the TV to be like, I can see somebody walking in the TV here. And it's like, it's a memory that we have, me and my sister. And I'm like, when we were seeing this woman, we're just like, it's someone right in her head, But my mum had to do what my mum had to do. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I might go to our Aunt Mary's, Aunt Mary will come and stay with us, and then mum will go to work, whatever. But in the long run, it paid off because it made me have that thing in my head to say, I need to be great at what I do.
Work ethic.
Work ethic. Like my work ethic is like next to none. Even though some people might argue it, at times. But to be honest with you, I say
no comment, no case, no face.
I say work smart. Not hard. Work smart.
That is what you say.
I say work smart, not hard. Because you know what? I'll be damned if I've been in my career for 13 years and I'm still working hard. I'll be damned. That I'm still doing my. You're like, come on, work smart a little bit. Know what works for you. Now, certain people might listen to this podcast and think, "Nah, Shills, you're way off the mark here. Being at home with my child and nurturing her, nurturing him, that's important to me, etc., etc." But okay, when your child goes to school, I want to know what you're doing with that time. Because I know most of you are not doing pounded yam.
You said your kids will grow.
Yeah, the kids will grow.
and literally pounding the yam.
Yeah, you know,
It's a
worst comes to worst, you're doing baked beans, and I want to be in a position to say, right, I'm going to stay at home for like my child's name be. Guys, help me out here. What can my child's name be?
Chilling.
Huh? What did you?
Chilinqua.
Oh God, Michelle's jokes are dead.
Piss her off. What?
Michelle's so dumb. I can't. Why is she my friend? Yeah. Why is she even my friend? No,
Because you love it, really.
but luckily for me, yeah, I'll be thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to be at home with Shilinkwa. Oh my God.
You would never. I know you would never. I'm
gonna call my child that. But I'll be at home and I'll be saying to myself, okay, what else can I do now? Yeah. What else can I do? Not that my child is boring. So now Shaniqua's gone to school at the age of 5, yeah. And what am I doing at home during the day? I need to be able to jump back in. I understand the first 9 months, yeah. Give yourself a break, do nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
But really, what is it for you? Because kids grow. So what are you going to do when the kids, most people find out when the kids have left, they've got nothing in common. They've got nothing in common, yeah. So then,
I think even say with you as well, like now that I'm on maternity leave, as much as I'm on maternity leave from my 9 to 5, I'm still doing things, you know, so I'm still thinking about my practice education. I'm thinking about training. There's a lot of things that I'm still doing. I want to keep my mind active. I don't want to go back to work and be like, how do I write my name? You know, there's certain things I actually want to still, I don't want to just be Michelle the mum. Like, it's not me.
So do you think it's all about identity then?
Massively.
Do you think that women that choose to work, want to maintain their identity? Yes, I'm a mother, but this is not the only thing that defines me. Away from being this person's mum, I am also this. I am also that.
X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And I can speak on my behalf. Yeah, that's totally it. That, you know, as much as I enjoy being a mum and raising kids, that is not the first thing I want people to see when they see my name. I don't want them to say, oh yeah, she's a great mum. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, but
no, I don't want people to, you know, I want her to be like, okay, yeah, she works hard. She's really, really good at her job. And, you know, yes, I'm a wife, I'm a mum, but I'm also an YZ.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really good at her job. You know, she's reliable, she's honest, she's fair, she's, you know, she's solid. You know, that's how I want people to think of me when they see my name.
Yeah.
You know,
I think, you know, people say like you can't have it all. What's your take on that?
To a certain degree, define all. Your all might not be my all. You know, so some people, the stay-at-home mum, will say that actually my job in life is to raise successful children. So therefore, that is going to be my all.
Yeah.
My all is actually my successful children will see a mum that works and will able to travel to different countries and experience X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And able to. Frozen?
You froze a bit, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure.
No, I think keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think I think you can have it all, but I think people just need to find your all. Now it's saying my internet is unstable.
I mean, when people say you can have it all, let's look at examples around us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like this is a serious discussion because we would go to uni. We've been to uni. Some people carried on with their careers. Some people haven't. Yeah. Some people have said the conviction for me is to actually be a stay-at-home mum. But I just thought to myself, if you took all that time to go and get that student loan, to go and get that bursary, to go and get yourself in all these debts for uni, than to just go and sit at home. Why?
Yeah.
I just can't understand.
It's interesting.
And guys, I want you to help me understand. And I know some people have said to me, when you have a child, your perspective of things changes completely. But then I know a lot of people that have had kids and their perspective is still, my sister had a child, 2 kids, yeah. My sister had a first child she had, she was still working. She worked. And my sister hasn't got the best like health record, do you know what I mean? But she was still working. And then, and she's really academic, yeah. On her second child, she went back to do another master's in counselling. Yeah, and she had the baby and she graduated in the same year. So I don't have around me in my immediate family people that just sit at home and say, this is what I'm doing. So I don't have that picture. And the people that I have around me as in terms of friends, they're all go-getters in that regard. So they're all like, I just can't sit at home and do nothing. Like, because the truth of the matter is that my mate said to me, he has Shields, he goes to school. The other one's in school. This one goes to the childminders. So I've got time to keep my mind thinking. Yeah. Even if you're a baker, bake at home. But somebody will say, I'm even going to the baking business because I've got a child and the child's at school in those hours. You can bake in those hours. I'm too passionate about it. Let me stop.
No, you're right. I'm just literally trying to think of people that I may know. So I know people who have gone periods of time without working, but I don't actually know anybody that's said like, yeah, it's a close friend of mine anyway. Obviously, I'm the school mum, but not that's a close friend. But the ones, like I said, school mums, had to think of financial.
Yeah, I've had people say that to me. I've had people say that to me to be like, oh, if I work, then you know the money is not going to be enough, etc., etc.
But you know, when your child's 3 years old, you get 30 hours. I'm on the countdown for my 2-year-old.
Oh, you get 30 hours for nursery?
So Isaac's nursery, so when he turns 3 in July, we go from like 1,100 a month, like maybe £200-300 a month.
Okay.
The nursery fees. So, you know, when they're 3, technically it should be.
And then what tends to happen at that point, yeah? They have another kid.
Yeah. You caught me.
That's what Michelle did. Like,
I'm still going back to work, FYI. I'm still going back to work.
These are the people that are draining our system.
It just means though, shut up.
Boris,
from like September, out of here. From September, that means we'd be potentially paying like 1,300-400 for nursery fees alone, 2 kids.
That's your choice.
That's our situation when I go back to work.
Don't go back to work then, innit? Be like the people.
So let me give up my job and let me come and drain. Let me come and drain your finances. Let me come and drain your taxes.
Careful with my taxes, you know, because I work hard.
Exactly.
No, but I've always found that I think, you know what, there's also a category of people that want to get back into work, but they don't know how to. Because they just feel like it's been too long, it's been whatever. But I think the question that we started off with, what we posed with was, are children that are raised by working parents or working mothers to non-work, what's the differences in their behavior, in how they are
there benefits?
What is it really? Because fair enough, you get your mum, your memory is okay. The truth of the matter is, I can't remember as a child, where my mum picked me up from school. It's far and few in between. That's the truth,
Same,
that's the truth, So maybe has that done me wrong? To be honest with you,
I don't think so. She'll be all right. All right.
I think I'm all right.
Rude, but you're all right.
People. Not rude.
Survey said. As the survey said.
No, it was only Janice and Flavia that voted in that survey. I promise you.
Nah. I got my people in.
Nicole as well. I know Nicole voted for that. But the truth of the matter is, I just did it do something for me, because I don't remember my mum waiting there at the school gates waiting for me to come out of school. Maybe I remember my Aunt Mary or my sister or just walking home with my brother, really. But I didn't feel like, oh my God, I've missed out so much, yeah, walking home with my mum.
Okay, but then now we're playing memory lane. Did your mum used to attend like any of your like school plays, performances? We're going to do memory lane. Let's do proper memory lane. Like this is what some of the full-time stay-at-home mums will say, though.
Yeah,
this is what they will say.
So my mum didn't come and watch me in Oliver Twist as a child, yeah.
Oh no, where's the violin? Oh.
Exactly. Why did you go through it? Yeah, did it kill me? No, okay. Okay, okay, do you know what, yeah? I guess because I had an understanding, my life was a little bit like, I had an understanding, my mum has to work. She's a single parent, yeah? So she has to work. So if she has it, so I've got a choice now. She comes to see me doing Oliver Twist in that school, yeah? Or she goes and makes some money to pay the bills, to pay the rent. What's going on here? Do you? I think when you're from a single parent household, yeah, you can like grow up really fast, yeah, because your parent. Not that my mum was there telling me what her problems was. She never did that. She's not that kind of person. Well, now she is because I'm her best friend, yeah. so she'll be
Sorry,
there.
McQueen.
she'll be there telling me everything, and I'm like, Mum, I need a break now, thanks, yeah. But I don't think my mum grew up. My sister used to come to like my shows. My sister and my brother will come to my shows, whatever, because my mum just genuinely couldn't make it. Not because when she couldn't make it, she definitely turned up for like when I was being excluded. She definitely turned up for them ones, yeah. The meetings there where she was like, I have to attend. Because
the way your mouth got you in trouble, yeah?
Yeah, true. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little naughty person at school. I was naughty. Shout out to the Cumberland Massive. Yeah, all the naughty kids out there, you know who you are. I was naughty, but I just don't think, and you know, I guess it was nice, but now actually, now that we've had that conversation about those things as we've got older, because life is all about therapy, isn't it? Yeah. Looking back, it didn't really break my heart that mum's not there. But whenever we go to like, you know, Kayla's shows or Nicole's shows, yeah, and she sees us in the audience,
nieces.
Yeah, they get so bright. They're like, oh my God, yeah, you actually came. Yeah. And my nieces know that like me and my mum are super busy, yeah, because we're always working or doing whatever, yeah. So when they see us come into that audience, yeah, come into that play, they just like, makes them like, oh my God, you actually came, yeah, like, and it's just like, it's important, and I see why it's important, because maybe deep down I might have thought, oh, I wish my mum came to watch me do Oliver Twist.
But it's funny you say, because I look, when you going back to can you have it all, I know for a fact when I had Isaac, when I was on maternity leave, I actually changed job positions. I was a manager, managing a team of 6 people, but I actually changed positions for the simple fact of I knew I would struggle to be a parent to a toddler and continue with that job. So in terms of the new position I took on, you know, it's a lot more self-management, and I'm just working.
Not saying that, but there's other parents here that don't have the option that you had. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Some people, that retail job is saying, look, this is what it is. You need to be here. You need to be here. Do you know what I mean? You're almost lucky that you've got a career that you can actually do that. Yeah. You can change from like the career that we picked here allows us to do so many different things within the body of it, yeah. But some parents don't have those options, and they have to work for somebody else. Really work for somebody else. I feel like sometimes I pick my working times. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I just don't know. Like, what was your mum like? Does she come to your shows? Because I know your mum.
My mum didn't come to no show. My mum's a single parent as well, so single parent with 3 kids. You know, for a long time. So no, she wasn't at the shows, but I as much as you say you don't remember.
None was.
No, nobody came to my shows. Like, so I you know, I can say though, I probably did remember I was more upset about it. So you're not the oldest, you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, yeah.
You're the youngest. So you had your brother and your sister able to do these things
Yeah.
for you, whereas I
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I can say that actually I do remember, you know, maybe not, you know, my mum not coming to these shows and being upset about it, or me having to do, you know, parents' evening, sometimes even parents' evening, she couldn't make it, you know. So I do know that those sort of things did have an impact on
I was
me.
quite happy if I didn't come to parents' evening, to be
Because
honest.
you was a naughty child. Naughty children are always happy. Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna be working.
No, the good children are always sad. The good children are always sad.
You're good at school.
I was all right. I just used to talk. I was just loud. My voice is loud.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No,
I was loud. I wasn't naughty. I was loud.
oh, I hated it when my mum had time for parents' evening.
You were naughty.
I just used to think my life is over, yeah. Because
I bet your teachers, they were scared of you, weren't they?
do you know what? Yeah, I don't know if they were scared of me.
Or your mouth. Should I say scared of your mouth?
I think they were indeed. I don't know. I think my teachers thought I was cheeky, definitely. I did. Funny enough, I grew up in it. Yeah, obviously, I grew up and I had a real job in life. Yeah, and I had to go back to my secondary school a couple of times to have meetings with the teachers, because I was the least proficient.
Yeah.
So I've gone into this meeting and I was on time, because when I was in school, I was never on time. So one of my teachers walked in, they were like, when I saw your name, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. You're on time as well. I said, yeah, I grew up in it. Yeah. So then we start this meeting. Then this teacher tried to take lead, and I said, sorry, I need you to stop, because I'm lead proficient here. Do you know what he said when I said to me in the meeting? He says, I'm gonna call Rose.
Rose to sort you out.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I said, I remember that, sir. So I'm really sorry, sir, but I'm leading this meeting and I'm really sorry. You don't have to call my mum.
Oh, that is so cool.
Literally, like I've had like about 10 meetings in my career where I've actually had to go back with my teacher.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
And actually draw up a plan and say, this is what you guys have to do. And it's been really, it's been strange. But my mum didn't come to parents' evenings, but you know, she understood when I've been excluded, and I understood. Yeah. I understood the exclusion, yeah. But would I change it? What could I do? And even that though, just because you're a working mum, I don't think it means you're not there for your kids.
Exactly.
I don't think it means that. I think it means, and you might choose to be a mum that doesn't go back into, but I just feel like as women, we lose ourselves.
Yeah. Potential. Yeah.
It's like men don't age. Men have no expiry date.
There's no expectation. I find is like, even the other day, I'm awake at like 2 o'clock in the morning feeding the new baby, and I'm looking at my husband, I'm looking at Dan like, what the hell?
He's asleep.
You're just there, just sleeping peacefully, just living your best life, and I'm here suffering in the middle of the night. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I just want to slap him. I don't believe in domestic violence. I do think about the expectations, and I had to have a word. Like, come on, like, I don't want to do this by myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this by myself. Like,
Dan's really good, I think.
During the day, but during the night, it's like I had to have a word. I had to, you know.
Well, what do you want me to do? Get up and also put the baby on the breast that he doesn't have.
Let's suffer together. Let's suffer, rub my back. Do something. Just wake up.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
But it's just that thing of expectation. So a woman has a baby, her whole life changes.
Yeah, completely.
Everything. Physically, emotionally, demands, financially, everything changes. Whereas the man literally is just there.
Yeah, I know. I think for me, it's just like, well, they say women are the ones that, you know, create the home environment, make it nice, make it whatever. But I think it takes two, definitely. It takes two. And before you choose to go back to work or end your career, I think it's really important to speak to your husband about it and really be honest about how you feel and what works for you. Because
expectation.
Because I honestly, guys, in a couple of years we might have to come back to this conversation. If I'm saying to you, I've quit work and
let's save this, please. Like, Sheila, let's go back.
No, like, I've quit work and all I want to do is hold Shilikwa. whatever the name is, yeah. I want to be there holding my baby all day, yeah. I've got this joke, yeah, with one of my friends, yeah. I used to say to her, "Oh, so what you doing?" She'll be like, "I'm here holding," I won't say her son's name, yeah. She's like, "I'm holding John," yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And if she's doing nothing, I'll be like, "Are you still holding John?" She's like, "Babes, you know I'm doing a lot of things." But she never stops working as well. She had him and she went straight back to work. And not because she couldn't take the time out, whatever. But it's just like, what happens to you? I want to know women that have given up work. I want to know what you guys are saying, because I haven't had a child yet, and this is the path I'm going down. Yeah, I can't really take advice from Michelle, because Michelle was like me in terms of her work ethic.
Like-minded, yeah.
We're quite like-minded, so I don't think speaking to Michelle is helpful to me. Just like when Michelle spoke to me about being on maternity leave, and I was like, yeah, but I've got a friend who's got a business as well, and she's got 3 kids, and and she's got a real job as well at 9 to 5. Yeah. So I'm not the person to be like, yeah, I understand, because I don't. But I want somebody to talk to me and say to me, there's nothing more. Even like my cousin had a baby, yeah, and her husband is well off, yeah, don't even need to work. But she was back in that lab. After a year, she's back in that lab doing whatever she needs to be doing, because she genuinely enjoys work. Is it that because these mothers don't enjoy working?
No, I was even saying to Anne, I don't want to think about the pandemic that I hated. I missed so much getting on the train just to go to work. Yeah. I missed the train journey, just that 45 minutes by myself, where I'm not mummy, I'm not a worker, I'm literally just Michelle, watching EastEnders on my phone, reading the Metro newspaper, on Facebook, on Insta, whatever it is, just 45 minutes.
Sorry, you're going to work here and your entertainment is Phil Mitchell and Sharon.
Yes, it still is. If I put it on quickly enough, I've got 45 minutes. I can't waste time, and I want to start and stop it. I've got to put it on as soon as I get on the train. I can quickly watch one episode for 30 minutes and just relax for the last 15 minutes. But those 45 minutes were my time. Yeah. And I miss that.
Yeah. Well, I guess, you know, a mum that stays at home will say to you, once I drop the kids to school, I've got my 45 minutes, an hour.
To the laundry?
No, then they start the laundry. And then say to you, I start dinner at 3. Oh, okay. The one thing that I will say about parents working, well, in my day, I don't know if it's the same, but for a lot of black households, don't try and come up here if you're black telling me that you just have dinner at 6 o'clock or tea, like your white mates, because you wasn't having tea at 6 o'clock, Black people, because your mum's not coming home till about 8.
We're not getting home till 6:30, so dinner isn't.
My mum's not coming home till 8, so sometimes dinner will be coming in at about 10, bruv. If my sister hasn't cooked it that night, or if I haven't made my own food, it's not happening. So that's something. That is something that I remember. That is something that I remember. And I just thought like, all my white friends are saying at 5 o'clock, go for tea.
See, Dan got tea. Dan got tea at like 4 or 5, and then even got dinner when he went home with his mum and dad. He made him whatever it is that they were eating, but he had tea and dinner.
No, mate,
They're here just suffering.
In my household, it was that evening meal, boy, when your mum, and you know it was heavy. Mum, I love you, but them dinners could have been earlier. Looking at my peers, they're all eating 6 o'clock, having a dinner, and I'm thinking, it's not early to eat like this. I'm hungry, like. But we got used to it. We were used to it, like. And then when I looked at like a lot of like my black friends, it was normal in black houses, So anyone that's tries to come up to me and say to me, the only maybe black house I can like say that wasn't happening is some Caribbean people, because they may have had like that English side to them, where a lot of them are like 3rd generation or 2nd generation, but where our parents, they were like, look, I got a shift in it,
Yeah, mate.
So when I get home,
make sure the jollof is warmed up. But only take 1 chicken out of the pot. I've counted the chickens.
I just that's the if we're gonna talk about what did you miss from a working mom, that was it. But I remember my mom made a conscious decision when we were a little bit older, still at home, but she made a conscious decision to take Mondays off. So on Monday, and even now actually, my mom doesn't work on a Monday, still now, yeah. She runs her business from home, but she wouldn't have to necessarily go into the office or do anything out in the field. So she will be at home on a Monday, and this became more prominent in my teenage years as well. And she would cook or go out for dinner, whatever we wanted, yeah. But she'll be at home, she'll like change the bedding, she'll do the laundry. This is what people can't go to work for because they're doing the laundry, yeah.
The silly Sheila.
She would do the laundry. I'd come home, she would have like changed my beddings, all that stuff, put out new pajamas, all these little nice things, yeah. And I knew the rest of the week, yeah, she was gonna be at the office from like, say, my mum always gets to the office about 10, maybe that's where I get my bad habits from. She'll go, I don't work for myself, but she works for herself. So I've got to remember that I don't work for my mum's company.
Remind yourself.
Remind myself, it's a prayer point. But that's what I remember. So being at home as a child, obviously my sister was there, bless her soul, do you know what I mean? Bless her, innit? She was there and she would do dinners. And so it was never like whatever. But on the weekends, my mum did the most of us on the weekends. Like, we used to go on holidays. My mum did the most of us on weekends, yeah? We'll go out to eat in restaurants, we'll do whatever. And then it wasn't, I don't think it was a bad life having a working mum because you could afford nice things.
Yeah.
Things, yeah. I mean, some... and ask how they would feel about these things.
I think, like I said, there is this thing now, like in Libby's school, they've got rights, respect for children, and I don't mind it. But when she tries to tell me I have the right to, when I tell her shut up, I have the right to be heard. I'm like, shut up again.
Different generation.
Different generation. I've got a right to be heard. I've got a right to be listened to, and I'm like, shut up. I want to hear it.
I think I've got a point though.
He does, but not in this African household.
Yeah, your household is not African, please. Don't lie to the people, they know
you're... Sheila. This girl. Okay. No.
It's not fully African, yeah.
He's not fully African, but it's...
in the background saying, oh, come on, calm down.
There is Dan in the background saying, Michelle, stop being so hard.
Calm down. No, but I just, if I was, well, I'm gonna have a child soon, yeah, children soon, not even a child, yeah, children soon, and I just feel like I know I'm not an evil person, but I know I'm not maternal to be like I'm gonna give up my whole life. If this comes back to bite me, guys, yeah, like
I'll be the first to tell you. Don't worry.
Definitely, yeah.
I'll be the first to slap you.
If I turn up in a couple of years and I'm like, guys, I gave it all up, you know, I bought a farm and I'm a vegan, I don't eat meat anymore, I'm raising my kids.
I'm like, where's my Sheila? Bring back Sheila.
It could all go real left real quick, yeah. But I just feel like I want to understand what it took. I want to hear from women or even men, actually, yeah, because you know it's a podcast for everybody. I want to hear from you guys of like what changed, what was it? Because I don't want to know what Michelle's saying anymore because we think alike, yeah. And obviously nothing's changed for her. She wants to go back to work and she missed the train journey and watching Phil Mitchell on her way to work. Whatever floats your boat, innit, yeah. But what would make a woman give up everything she has? And I know, guys, I understand that when you have a child, yeah, because I haven't even given birth, but I love my nieces like they're my own kids. Like there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. When I'm not with them, I miss them terribly. But at the end of the day, at the back of my head, I'm just like, well, they need things to survive. And this needs to happen. So, and I need to know who I am. And maybe my work is my identity to a certain degree. I identify with myself, with my work, with the success, whatever it is that I'm looking for. But would I give up work to become a full-time mum? The jury's still out, and it's very much saying no for me. Clearly, it's no for Michelle, I think.
No, definitely not. You know, me and Dan talk about it. Like, if we get rich, if we won the lottery, what would we do? And you know, I think even for Dan, you know, he said that he still wants to work in some form,
Yeah.
way, even if it's not a 9 to 5, mentoring, a part-time job, volunteering, or something. You know, it's not, both of us anyway. It's not now just to be like, yeah, that's it. We're going to travel the world and do nothing. Like, we still want to keep.
Yeah, and I've always found it difficult when I've met guys that were like, when we get married, yeah, yeah, all that talk there, yeah. I've always, when a guy says to me, oh, you won't have to work, I just always think to myself, but I like working.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask. As much as you were asking the ladies about, you know, ones who don't work, I want to find out from the men as well. Like, men still have that attitude where they don't want women to work? How would you feel if you know, men get at us? How would you feel if your wife turned around and said, I've had the kids, I don't want to work no more, I don't want to go back to work?
Imagine now though, yeah, you met this woman as a working woman and this was the attraction to the woman. Do you see what I mean? Because because you had the attraction to the woman. Do you understand what I mean? Because you're working, yeah. How does that fit in to how your life moves forward? In terms of like, okay, my attraction. Do you then say, oh, but being a parent? And guys, disclaimer, yeah. I think being a parent, being a mother, is like the most. That's the hardest job. That's the hardest job. It's even harder than being in the office. And there is an argument, there has been an argument, Michelle, that some women prefer being at work than being at home because it's easier being at work than being at home with the kids.
Then what about both? What about when you're doing both? That's my argument. I've heard that. I've had these discussions with people. So what about the people like me and you will be, is a working mum?
Look here, I might give it all up and say I'm doing the laundry.
You know, because as much as I work 9 to 5, in the middle of the night, you know, Isaac still comes into our bed and he's 2.5 years old. So when I was working last year, year before, I'm back at work, but I'm still doing the mummy stuff.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, yeah, I don't know how it ends because I'm not there. But from what I know, it's literally, I think it's down to a person. It's a personal choice. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and label people lazy or unwilling to. Yeah, but I think it's a personal choice, and it's also life experiences. Some people will turn around and say to you, I don't have to work because my husband covers it. But I know people that have husbands that have loads of money, but they still go out and work. Yeah, and I'm not talking about going to become a CEO of some kind of company. Yeah, go and do a little dinner lady's job.
Yeah, volunteering or just part-time or something. Yeah.
Something, because it's just, I think I'm advocating for the mind. I'm advocating for self-identity. Who do you identify with? Because you know what, once that child is 18, that child is gone. Yeah,
well, from like 13, 14, they don't want you anymore. They need you, but they don't want you anymore.
Just like they want you when they want you.
Yeah,
like your child's not coming back to you till they're 30 or when they've had their first child. Yeah, and sorry for all your mothers out there, your sons have gone once they meet that woman.
Yeah. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
True. Once they meet that woman,
I don't want to hear that.
Your daughters are going to come back once they have kids. If the relationship's still good,
don't tell me that.
Your daughters are likely to come back here. But once that man meets that woman and that woman is like,
don't tell me that.
Hell, they're calling you mum. Hell yeah. Isaac and Elijah are out.
Nah. Mummy's baby, mummy's boys for life. Mummy's boys for life.
Enjoy the next 18 years, yeah? With Isaac, you've only got 16 left.
16 and a half left.
So I'm telling you now, yeah, that's my view. But guys, yeah, listeners, you know, it's a light-hearted one. Let us know what you think, because I'm still a little bit confused. Not having kids at this present time, I'm a little bit like, I feel like I can work forever. And when I choose to stop working, it's going to be because I chose to stop, or I've done enough and I feel like, you know what, I'm semi-established. I can't see myself, I don't feel I'll ever be that mum at the school gate in my Uggs and my pajamas, yeah, with a jacket on, say,
Do you even like Uggs?
that,
Like Uggs?
that's not my fashion, but
Yeah, exactly.
if you're buying it for me, it can be. Anyone that wants to buy me, I'm a size 5.5 or 6. Yeah, just put the receipt in there, just in case. But I just don't feel like I'll ever be that school mom. Like, okay, my sister drops the kids off to school. Yeah, she doesn't even she doesn't have time to hang around the school. She's like, thanks, bye.
Not a school gate mum.
She's not a school gate mum at all. Even if she's going home, she's like, nah. And there's another woman that noticed that she was like that, and that woman wanted to become friends with my sister simply because she was like, I don't do the whole hanging around the gate.
Like that game.
Most of my friends that actually have kids that drop their kids to school, they're just like, nah.
You can't. We're dropping the. I've got a train to catch. Literally, I got about a 15-minute gap from the school to the train.
What I find is, just on a wrap up, the one thing after having this conversation, you know what I've realized, because obviously we're always analyzing and thinking and reflecting as we speak as well. What I've noticed from this conversation is, both spectrums judge each other.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Massively.
The parents that choose to stay at home judge us, and we judge the parents that choose.
You think you're too good.
Yeah.
They'll say, parents who stay at home will say, oh, you think you're too good. You think we do nothing.
Yeah.
You guys don't care about your children. You're not nurturing your children. You didn't give birth to children for someone else. So how can you let someone else raise your child?
The thing is, I can take that from a person who used to work.
Abuse comes at all angles from Schiller.
If you used to work, don't be telling me that story, because you might have been at work, you just don't like working. Just say it with your chest, as they say here. You just don't like working, and it's fine. And I'm not mad at you, and don't be mad at me. You know what? We're in a conversation on this. Maybe we need to have a clubhouse conversation on this one.
I think we should. It would be interesting to hear from someone who doesn't work, who stopped work to raise their kids. It would be really interesting, because I can't think of anyone off head at the moment, but it would be interesting if we can get someone in, maybe a clubhouse. Yeah,
because I just want to know. I'm just really curious, and I know I sound like a bit like cutthroat, but I'm actually really understanding. This is my understanding face.
But this is where people can throw their tomatoes. A month. Understanding.
I'm here to understand.
So silly, Gina.
No, guys, honestly, talk to me. And I actually want to be educated in this area, because we want to be educated in this area, because me and Michelle, obviously, you guys can hear it, we're from the same school of thought on this one. Normally we clash.
Similar but different.
Normally we clash with our views, but on this one, I think we're on the same page. Is this time?
This is one of the first times. But I guess this is what probably cements our friendship.
Yeah.
This is where where our values do align. Because I think maybe if they were different, I would be looking at you and you'll be looking at me. Yeah. We'd both be side-eyeing each other. So
wow, what kind of Nigerian is this?
What kind of Ugandan is this? Oh,
like, works, a Nigerian that doesn't want to work? Wow.
Let me come and tell my friends.
But on real, I think I just really want to understand, and I want to understand the logic behind it, because I don't know. I can't see myself stopping.
The issue is there's no right or wrong answer. We're not here to tell people, oh, this is how you've got to do it, but you've got to do it. Who are we? No right or wrong. It would just be interesting to hear your reasons why. How do you think it's going to end? What would you say to people like us who are saying in 18 years, where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing with yourself?
What we should do is we should try and do a pro and cons of working as a parent and just basically being a full-time parent. The pros and cons.
Like a questionnaire out there.
Throw it out there. What one pro for you?
One pro for me, working. I'm not going to lie, on my holidays, I like to be able to afford. Oh, no. Let me say me time. No. Actually, no. Let me not lie for you people. Holidays. I want to be able to afford, or the financial gain. I want to be able to afford, not have to rely or not have to save up or wait on anything. That's what I want to be able to do. A sensible answer should be, oh, the me time. No, I'm still Michelle. I'm not just a mum. But let me be real. It's the money.
Okay, cool. And cons?
Cons, obviously you do miss out on those. Like, I do think of when my child is school mum, so sometimes when I do pick up children, you know, and they get to run up to me, they're like, "Mummy," as much as I'm like, "Oh, mind my work clothes," I do give them a hug afterwards, you know. But I guess it is sometimes not being available for all of those moments.
Yeah,
the child will see other children's parents be available for.
Yeah, I think it's the precious moments. I obviously, you guys know I don't have kids, but the odd times where I pick up my nieces, and it's just like, wow, you know, Auntie Sheila, you're here, and they're actually amazed that I'm here. Like Coco, my little one, she'll be like, "So Auntie Sheila, did I go to work today?" I'm like, "I did," and then she'll be like, "You came to see me," so that's cute. The pros, like Michelle, you're able to provide for your kids endlessly, I guess. And for me, it's self-fulfillment. It will always be self-fulfillment, because I don't want to get technical, but Maslow's hierarchy, self-actualization is at the top, yeah? So if I'm working on this pyramid and I need to make sure that I am satisfied at the top before everything else.
And your job provides you with those basic ones. The basic ones are like shelter, your house, food, warmth.
Yeah.
Your job or your financial situation actually provides those lower levels of hierarchy that lead the self-actualization, the fulfillment
of self. And at the moment in this time of my life, my work fulfills me. How long that will go on for, I don't know. No. But the cons for me are definitely, from what I know now, is just missing out on those little things. But the pros are just sometimes having human and adult conversation.
Yeah.
Conversation. But guys, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hopefully we didn't sidetrack too much as usual. And hopefully the niceness of me showed. I don't think it did, but hey, there you go. What else can we say?
No, thank you. And yeah, get back to us. Like I said, it'd be really interesting to hear from any mums, any females out there that have, you know, decided to stay at home and raise your child. It'd be really interesting to hear.
And I want to know as well, Shell, sorry to cut you, Shell. I want to know as well, if you're like me and Michelle, where your parents worked, what was the negative impact on you growing up, and what did you miss? I've said to you guys, I never had a dinner that was before a certain time, Sometimes I had my dinners at 11. It's not child abuse, it's normal, Maybe that's why I became the person I became today. And I want to know, like, what did you miss out on? And if you had your parents at home, I want to know what that experience was like. Is it that safe haven, knowing that I'm going to get home and mummy's home? Because when I was coming home, and my mum's calling me now, guys, you see?
Auntie Rose, hey!
Calling me now. Attachment. And if I, Mum, I'm on the thing, I'm recording. Sorry. So I want to know, like, I remember, like I said to you before, Michelle, I had that comfort of knowing that mum was at home on a Monday, and I actually liked going home on a Monday because mum's home. And I didn't need to be home every day, but I knew she was home on a Monday. So guys, if you had your parents at home all the time when you got home, how was that for you? And if you didn't have your parents at home all the time, how was that for you as well? Do you feel like you missed out on something? Especially like the older siblings, because I know you guys were doing the housework. So don't try and pretend that you wasn't doing the housework, or you wasn't trying to sort out
more than the housework. You're doing the housework, the food shopping, the other siblings. I know, right?
No,
we all had our reasons for going into the job we went into, Shells.
Absolutely.
Save ourselves.
Absolutely. But guys, there's another one from us, Coffee Morning Laughter. Check us out on www.coffeemorninglaughter.com across your screens right now. And check us out on Instagram, Coffee Morning Laughter, CML for short. Twitter, CML, Coffee Morning Laughter. Everywhere is Coffee Morning Laughter. Michelle, what's your handler?
Always Shell. Always Shell.
Instagram, Shills.1. You already know.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Don't start abusing me because we know what the people have said in the group about the rudest ones, and I think people feel sorry for me. I think you just need to watch yourself. Just know that you're a person in the social hemisphere now, and just be kind to yourself.
Why I like the behind the scenes, it's because it shows Michelle's real attitude. Because when she comes up to do those little, hi guys, welcome to CML, it's Monday. Sounds like I had to shout,
They're abused.
I wish Olivia would come through that back door now, then you'll see the real Michelle.